Hi there, this is Izumi Finance. We are the first protocol to support programmable liquidity mining and extend concentrated liquidity service for multi-chains. In this video, I want to tell you some about Izumi Finance, how our protocols work, and what problems we have solved. So let's get started. In May 2021, Uniswap have undergone a comprehensive update, and Uniswap has officially come to the V3 version. With this update, Uniswap has put forward a new concept, concentrated liquidity, and users can choose a different price range in the function curve to provide liquidity. Compared to Uniswap V2, users who need to put funds on the entire function curve, Uniswap V3 will greatly improve the efficiency of capital utilization and efficiently reduce slippage. Such a setting is very beneficial for large volume transactions because large volume transactions require a large amount of funds, so many liquidity is required. In Uniswap V2, we know the capital is evenly distributed on the function curve, so large volume transaction users need to bear lots of impermanent loss, especially for stablecoin transaction. Therefore, before Uniswap V3 was updated, most stablecoin transaction users were performed on curve because the function curve of curve is combine xy equal k and x plus y equal k, making it more beneficial to large transaction and can provide a more slippage and more liquidity. Because of this, lots of funds are locked in the curve, which is why curve is currently ranked first in TVL DeFi protocol. I think in the technical advantages of curve as no longer exist after Uniswap V3 is updated because of the concentrated liquidity curve and Uniswap V3. It just a same things. They also have a very low slippage, very low impermanent loss, and it's beneficial to a large volume transaction. So I think in the technical part, curve and Uniswap V3, their function curve is very same things, and users use curve and Uniswap V3 have also a same impermanent loss and have a same the very low slippage. So I think in the technical advantages of curve is no longer existent after Uniswap V3 is updated. So this is my opinion. As well as we know, Uniswap V3 can lock more money in the special price range, such as B2C, C2A, or B2A, just like that, a different price range. It can greatly improve the efficiency of capital utilization. It's very important for stablecoin transactions. We know 99% of stablecoin transactions occurred in the price range of 0.997 to 1.003. So users can lock their stablecoin in the price range of market making. In this way, for users with large transactions, the transaction experience and the beneficials on Uniswap V3 are almost the same as those of curve. Yeah, because we talk about it, the function curve, the curve and the Uniswap V3 is very same. So we can see that technically Uniswap V3 and curve have basically the same transactions for stablecoin. So what is the reason that the TVL on Uniswap V3 is still very low compared to curve, especially in the part of the stablecoin? The reason is that Uniswap V3 currently have no liquidity reward. If you provide liquidity on Uniswap V3, you just receive the transaction fee. If you provide a trading pair like ETH, USDC, it just have one part as stablecoin and the other part is not stablecoin. You just receive the 0.3 transaction fee. It's very low. But if you want to provide a stablecoin trading pair liquidity, you just you can only get a 0.01 transaction fee. It's a very low income for liquidity provider. Although there is a most impermanent loss, go back to Curve. We can see that provide liquidity on Curve can get a transaction fee of 0.02, although this transaction fee is much lower than Uniswap V3 because of the transaction volume is not as much on Uniswap. However, the liquidity reward provided by Curve can get more than 10% or even 20% of APR. With a liquidity reward, liquidity provider who provides liquidity on Curve will benefit greatly. The rate of increasing is much more that of Uniswap V3. Because of the higher income, many users come to Curve to provide liquidity. So here we can find the reason why Curve's TVL and stablecoin trading basis superpass Uniswap V3, which is the liquidity mining reward. This is the reason and why Curve's TVL is very high and ranking the first in the DeFi protocol, because Curve has a very large APR liquidity reward. And come back to Uniswap V3, they just have a trading fee and many liquidity provider need to bear the very high impairment loss, and how to adjust a price range and to provide liquidity is also a very difficult and professional things. Lots of liquidity providers don't know how to adjust the price range to provide liquidity. So Uniswap V3 is a very professional and is a very difficult thing to provide liquidity. But if you want to provide liquidity on Curve, it's very easy things. You just put your stablecoin on the pool like the and the 3 Curve pool, and then you can get a more APR reward, and everyone will very happy because it's safe and the APR is very high. So lots of people come to Curve and provide liquidity. This is why lots of money locked in the Curve. We haven't found this cool reason, so we can do some things to solve these problems. Izumi Finance provides a liquidity mining and a liquidity reward based on Uniswap V3, which can provide users with more rewards. Users can see the farming function fixed range one side in the Izumi's website. The fixed range as liquidity mining and liquidity reward pool, especially provided by Izumi token for stablecoin. If users have provided liquidity on Uniswap V3, then there will be an NFT, and the users can use this NFT to stake to Izumi, so that they can start mining. If you have Uniswap V3 NFT, you can stake your NFT in the Izumi platform, and the additional Easy token reward and the subsidies can increase in APR to about 11% up to the 27%, depending on whether the users use Easy token for both, which means you can use the Easy token, boost your APR reward to 11% up to the 27%. This part of both will be explained in detail in the next video. So if you have a Uniswap V3 NFT, you can stake in the Izumi Finance and you can receive the lots of reward. If you don't have Uniswap V3 NFT, you can see this function and you can very easily and very quick to get Uniswap V3 NFT. We know this way can improve the utilization efficiency of Uniswap V3 NFT and create more income and value for Uniswap V3 NFT that originally have no income. We know right now Uniswap V3 NFT, they have nothing to use. They just have an NFT. They come to buy, come to sell, come to stake, and come to some the landing. They just an NFT and nothing to use. In Izumi Finance, we can use this part. We can use Uniswap V3 NFT, and you can stake your NFT to get subsidies and get liquidity reward. So this is a very useful thing and a very useful part for the owners of Uniswap V3 NFT. Therefore, users can obtain the high liquidity reward and the subsidies from the Izumi finance by staking their own Uniswap V3 NFT, which is undoubtedly very attractive for the liquidity provider who provides liquidity on Uniswap V3, especially in the stablecoin part. We know right now if you provide a liquidity on Uniswap V3, you can get two incomes. The first is a trading fee on Uniswap V3, and the second is liquidity reward on Izumi finance. The APR is very high, 11% up to the 27%. So if you provide the liquidity on Uniswap V3, you can get a two-part income. It's very high. From a security point of view, Izumi Finance only needs users to stake their NFT tokens to conduct liquidity mining, and can boost the liquidity reward by using easy token. They are very important for design of economic models. From the code point of view, the stake code is very safe, and they have been tested by DeFi World. Liquidity providers on Uniswap V3 only need to stake their own Uniswap V3 NFT to receive the more liquidity reward safely and quickly, which is very attractive for liquidity provider. Compared with the curve, Izumi's APR has superposing curve twice. Yeah, you know the APR, the up to the most APR is most 10%, but on Izumi we have 27%, which means that through the Izumi the reward of liquidity mining can be greatly increasing. We believe that with such a very high reward, Izumi Finance will make more stablecoin liquidity provider migrate from the curve to Uniswap V3 and earn more income through the Izumi Finance. Because for liquidity provider, the purpose of providing liquidity is to obtain the higher income for themselves. So, the entire income of providing liquidity on Uniswap V3 and obtain the liquidity reward on Izumi has a superposing curve twice. And compared to market making on Uniswap V3, only have a transaction fee, have gotten more income. All processing on Izumi Finance are safe and stable, and users don't have to worry about someone to save their money because the token assets provide liquidity on Uniswap V3 and are placed in the Uni protocol, and the Uniswap V3 NFT assets are staked by the security code. So the security issue of Uniswap V3 of the Izumi protocol can be completed assured. Izumi Finance will not own or operate any your asset. So please reset assured to put your Uniswap V3 NFT on Izumi Finance to get more liquidity reward. As safe, quickly, and easy, you can get very high APR to earn. In addition to provide the liquidity reward for stablecoin trading pairs, Izumi Finance can also provide a liquidity reward for non-stablecoin trading pairs. This is our unique evaluations one site. In the following video, we will introduce the technical features and details of one site. In this video, I will briefly introduce one site. Unlike the traditional pool 2, the one-site system divides the two tokens into the two characters. For example, USDC and XYZ token. We will put the USDC on Uniswap V3 for liquidity mining, which means that the users can receive the transaction fee on Uniswap V3. We will lock the additional XYZ token and provide the additional liquidity reward. For example, for our currently online easy ETH trading pair and in ETH trading pairs, Izumi have provides additional liquidity reward of them, like this, the 15 easy per block, and the other is easy token and in token to the subsidiate the liquidity reward. In addition to the easy reward, in ETH trading pairs also have an in reverse. Through the one side, users can receive up to the 3 incomes. The first is a transaction fee from the Uniswap V3, because we put the money on the Uniswap V3, so you can receive the transaction fee. And the second is a reward is from the easy token. If you put the iSight in the one side system, you can receive the easy token from the reward. And the third reward is for the project party's governance token, like the in token. Through the one side, users can get more rewards, and there is no impermanent loss when the price rises, which also provides a reward for users and in the another accepted. In the one side, users can also use Easy token to boost their own APR up to the 2.5 times. We will introduce some of the specific details of both and one side in the follow videos. Izumi Finance provides additional liquidity reward for the stablecoin trading pairs through the fixed range. And the users who provide the liquidity on Uniswap V3 only need to stake their Uniswap V3 NFT to get more income. This reward currently very far exceeds the liquidity reward on Curve and is very safe. The one-side model provides liquidity reward for the non-stablecoins trading pairs. It provides a very high APR and reduces impermanent loss for users. It can be said that is a win-win situation for the Uniswap V3 liquidity providers. For more product details, we will introduce in the next video. If you are very interested in the Uniswap V3 liquidity mining and the liquidity reward, or you are interested in the LICE liquidity as a service, please contact us. We are Izumi Finance. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.